is going on, guys? I ran my cameras. I went back to Cage Camp, hung out for a minute, and I'm trying to get to the stand kind of early. So all those cameras, I've got some really exciting stuff on cameras, but it's like 95% morning movement, and it really makes me regret not hunting this morning, just in general. But tomorrow, I got a plan for tomorrow morning. Today, however, I've got an idea, or I've got a spot in mind. If you can't tell, it's like mist and rain right now. It's supposed to get worse this afternoon. Not great conditions. Also, I've heard from a lot of people the deer are moving. I've seen, based on trail camera stuff last couple of days, what I saw a couple of does cross the road, and then Cade and his dad saw bucks cross the road at noon, or around midday, on their lease. So they're moving, like they've already been moving. Hopefully they'll keep it up. Maybe I can get lucky, catch buck. But anyway, this afternoon I'm going to a shooting house, which, as you know, I don't really like shooting houses, but also I've had a lot of success around shooting houses. Mainly because up until 3 years ago, that's all I ever sat in was a shooting house. But anyway, this one spot in particular, it's not on a food plot or anything, it's just a shooting house on a pipeline. And there's two spots. One spot is about 80 yards and one spot's like 250. That these deer just love crossing, and especially in the rut. I've killed 2 bucks out of this area. One I didn't shoot out of the shooting house, but it was in the area, and then the other one was out of the shooting house. And my dad brought his buddy up years back, and he shot one of the biggest bucks that's ever come off our lease out of this shooting house. So it's a pipeline crossing, like I mentioned. Bucks love to cross it in the rut times. So we're gonna sit there. It's kind of a Hail Mary, and that's why I'm kind of getting in the stand a little early. And being that my main shot opportunity is going to be like 250-ish, I don't know how much I'm going to get on camera, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Y'all stay tuned.
I can't tell if those are hens or gobblers. There's a whole bunch of turkeys down there. I need to walk right by them. I hope they don't blow everything out. That's a whole bunch of turkeys. Come on, focus. Well, guys, I've already had a pretty eventful hunt. I saw those freaking turkeys, and I thought, oh well. I was like, well, they probably busted everything out of here for a couple minutes. And I made my way down this pipeline. I'm working my way down, and I look down the pipeline right where those big bucks like to cross, and I see a deer trotting away. And I put my gun up and I tried to get him to stop, and he just kept sort of trotting away. I think he dipped into the woods. Dang it, that might have been my only opportunity out of this stand. Dang, man. But it's the rut, and it's still early in the day. It's probably not even 2 o'clock yet, so hopefully, since it's the rut, either he'll come back through or another big buck will make a mistake. But man, that might have been him. Definitely a big body deer, for sure. You can kind of see down there where that pipeline bends, it kind of goes up on a hill. A little rise there. And And that's where those bucks really like to cross. And then this has been thin, so maybe I can catch a glimpse of a buck through there, but I doubt it. And right up here, you can barely see it in the camera, but like right in here, it's like a terrace and a flat spot. And then right up here, there's another like terrace and a flat spot. And those two spots, bucks like to cross as well. Hopefully that's not the only opportunity we have this evening. I wouldn't have got it on camera, but if I could have seen that deer before he saw me, I definitely would have taken that shot. This dude keeps running around here. I might just have to pop him. There's gotta be a hot dog in the area. I picked a much too small of a tree for this. The wind didn't blow at all on me. The whole walk over here. I barely felt any wind. As soon as I get to hunting height, it's like I'm on a freaking rocket chair, roller coaster or something. I don't even know. But I'm set up. I'm hopeful. So I went back and looked at my camera. That was in this spot the last 2 weekends of January this year. I should have been camped out. The last 2 weeks of January, I should have been camped out right here. I should have just quit school or quit work or whatever. Just come home and camped out right here because I could have tagged out from one tree. But next year, I'll know what to do. I'll know about this spot. Basically, there's a creek running beside me, and this that I'm in is just open pines. It's just, some of it's like waist and head high, and most of it's like knee-high brush. These pines have been burned, but I think that might have been an accident when it happened. Out in front of me, I got like a ditch. There's a swamp across the road, and a ditch that like drains that swamp under the road into the creek. So, and then on the other side of that ditch, it's like 10-foot tall brush, like super thick. But yeah, I walked down there a while back, found me a really nice ditch across the ditch over there, and put up a camera. Didn't expect much, and bam, bugs. So hopefully we can have some luck today. Y'all stay tuned. trotting away. I don't know if he caught my wind or caught my movement or I ain't got any idea. Dang it, man. I caught him a couple times trying to pull him back, but I don't know if I don't know, man. Dang it. That was my freaking opportunity. That was a story too. I don't know how big, I just know he was big. I don't care what I knew he was. I don't know where he came from, he just freaking appeared. Running away. It's literally like 5 minutes later after that buck just spooked, that big one. And that buck just walked behind me. I think he hit my wind and that's why I got spooked. I was about ready to just climb down and hang it up for the year. But I guess I may as well give it some time. I mean, I did just have a hot doe like right behind me. That was definitely not the deer that spooked, though. I was about this close to shooting that deer out of spite. But I'm kind of glad I did. I wish I would have set up about 40 yards to my left. It's all good. It's about 9:15 right now. I'm gonna sit till 10. According to my trail cameras, I probably should sit till about 1 o'clock today in this spot, but I feel like, man, I'm pretty run down from this season. Not only just hunting like every single chance I get, but also just all the opportunities I've messed up on. I've learned so much from them, and I'm thankful for what I've learned and the opportunities I've had. But like, man, that just gets you down. I've had opportunity. If I would have killed every deer I've had an opportunity at, let me think, the spike at the beginning of the year, and then I didn't see another buck until the 6 point that I missed down there on Public Lands. That's 2. And then the half rack buck, the 5 on one side that I killed, and then the wide 4 point And then the one today, if I would have killed every good buck that I've had an opportunity at, I would have killed 5 deer, which that's illegal in Alabama. But luckily, I'm not an outlaw. Either way, I've had more as bad of a season this has been for me, like just struggling so bad to find deer and not having the time to scout and run cameras back home like I usually do. It just really bit me in the butt for the first half of this season. But one thing I learned, I'm starting to get the hang of rut hunting around here. I used to hate hunting the rut, but I'm getting the hang of it because I've had 3 opportunities on my lease of good ragged bucks in the last, I think, 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, of the rut. And it just really gets to me that I've had all these opportunities and I've just messed up so much, but it's all part of it. All I know is the past week, I've already been thinking about what I'm going to do next year. My mind is just constantly bouncing back and forth between turkeys and next season plans. I do have one more weekend of deer hunting coming up, really. I'm going to try to go down to Florida. And, I live in Florida. I'm from Florida. But there's a chunk of public that has a really late season muzzleloader on. I'm going to try to hunt. But overall, I feel like I just really need a break. After this morning winds down, this will be the end of my season back home. It's bittersweet, but we're on to bigger and better things, hopefully.